Listen to that soundtrack. Like harmonicas echoing down an empty street. Faced with our almost ID picture looking menu, there's a real sense of emptiness in it. Hello everyone, and welcome to Who's Lila? It's described as almost a reverse detective game, but that's not its main feature. No, its main feature is that our primary method of interacting with this game is by clicking and dragging, I guess we can't do it here, and manipulating our face. Now, that's super intriguing to me because, facial expressions carry so much of the nuance of how we interact with each other. And I think having a strange control feature is one of the best things a medium like gaming can do, because when we're engaging with the world in this way, it completely changes the way we think of our interactions, and more importantly, it gives the game itself a new avenue to deliver its themes and ideas. Now what those will actually be, I don't know, I'm going in blind, so let's wake up. We see ourselves in full detail on the right side, but on the left we appear faceless. These are almost like Game Boy-ish graphics. It's difficult for me to express emotions. I envy other people. They make faces naturally. But I have to make a conscious decision each time I move a muscle. Every morning I go to the bathroom to rehearse what my face is going to show today. Oh, we can click on the left side and control ourselves. Are there things we can interact with? Now, I'm pretty sure this game does have multiple endings. There are a lot of things to see that you won't see in one playthrough. If we look in the medicine cabinet, we acquired a note to self. A list of basic emotions: happy, sad, angry, wow, ew, and fear. But I imagine we can potentially go off script, huh? No need for these anymore. But what are these? Maybe some kind of medication? When I see Miss Hutchins today, she will ask how I am, like every morning. I will answer, good, thank you. Oh, look at that. We need to smile, I guess. Oh, and it even detects that. Look at that. You smiled. If I see a dead dog on the street, I'll make a face like this. Maybe a bit of oh god, that sad, sure, sad. I'm even freaking myself out noting the contrast between what I was trying to do and what I actually did, but this is exactly what I was talking about. It takes something that may be easy for the audience and gives it to us in a way where we have to blunder through it. Yet some avert their eyes. If some weird guy approaches me at the store, I'll scare him away. I need an angry face. Let's flare out our nostrils then. You made an angry face. If I discover that my sworn enemy died, I'll make... This one is somewhat open to interpretation. Just vague satisfaction. And maybe a little bit of subtlety there. Right. No need to hide it. If someone catches me off guard with an unexpected call... That's angry? I'm kind of learning the ropes. You can also kind of feel around to see how the box changes. You made a surprised face. And if once again, see the one hiding in boilers, I'll be afraid. No, come on. Come on, I had scared. I suppose I'll be surprised. No. Well, but that's unlikely, isn't it? I have to take out the trash before going to school. I don't feel prepared. Haven't appeared there for a while. You have a new task, throw out trash, and I guess we can see that down here in our journal. We can see a list of addresses as well. You even move on your own a little bit. Just a bit of blinking for now, but we'll keep an eye on you. We can have a look at our phone. There's your surprised face. Just what we didn't want to happen. Hey, man. Why aren't you answering the phone they gave you? Anyway, have you heard? Father Lawrence is dead. Meet me at the train station. Father Lawrence.
Please, I beg you, let me back in.
That's the other phone. What do you mean the phone they gave you? You didn't have much of a reaction to that either. I guess we can have a look at that portrait up on the wall. Although I can't make much out, it seems to be a woman sitting amid flowers. Alright. So who was this Father Lawrence to us? Because you kept that extremely brief. Press spacebar to see all interactables. Okay, that's convenient. Yeah, the graphical style makes it a little hard to make out details, so I'm glad it has stuff like that. We'll have to make sure to do that in every space. And we can look around, and we can do it in the more enclosed screen as well. The spilled beer reeks. I tried to wipe it with the newspaper. An empty pizza box with some crumbs. So this place is kind of filthy. There's the newspaper. The beginning of the article is unreadable. The same study shows how among all eras, works of media exist that seem to not only perfectly reflect the so-called zeitgeist of the respective era, but also appear to be very powerful movers of the public will. So powerful and effective, in fact, that some speculate their existence to be premeditated and planned by unknown groups of higher-ups. We, being respectable scientific publication we are not going to entertain such unreadable. Yet, is there perhaps a process, a means to knowingly create a work of media of such power? Unreadable, with the sudden global interconnectivity of the World Wide Web. Now this could be going either way. It could be making a statement, a meta-statement about the game itself, or perhaps it means we're getting into conspiratorial thinking. On Saturday afternoon, November 12th at 1 p.m., a fire has erupted in an apartment building on Cortlandt Street, killing all its inhabitants. The apartment was allegedly used by a group led by Mr. Lila. As the police are investigating the case, access to the site is currently restricted. I just love how, like, muted all of this is. The graphics, our default facial expression, and even the soundtrack now that we're in the game. It's just so, like, off-putting, very slightly. Great way to put us into that headspace, I suppose. I know what the code is. After all, it's my diary. But you're not gonna share? You know, I can see the blinks. It's the little mouth twitches that have me constantly glancing over at you. It's for farm work. What's for farm work? I can't tell what that is. You acquired a trash bag. Okay, partway there. Oh, look at that. We are actually... I just realized this is fully 3D. I can actually click anywhere and have you move there. It's not just the preset points. And we've got to work our way down. Missing person, Tanya Kennedy. But we can't read in any greater detail. Another one. Hint, you can enable teleporting through doors on double-click in the settings and gameplay. Yeah, I saw that earlier when I had a look. Oh, we can talk to someone. Hi, sweetie. Hello, Mrs. Hutchins. What are you up to so early in the morning? Just throwing out the trash, Miss Hutchins. There's been an awful lot of crows near our trash cans. Annoying critters. I'll be on my way, Miss Hutchins. Take care of yourself, sweetie. She seems nice, but I guess we're totally face-blind to others, if that is how I'm meant to interpret this. Potted plant. Despite Miss Hutchins' efforts, it's dying. We can see those crows milling around. A dirty crow. I'm not gonna scare it away. As you shouldn't. Crows remember faces. They will get you. I know why you're here. Huh. Alright, now I'm ready to go. You have a new task. Grab a bus to school. Where to? Oh. Type in text. Thankfully we have our convenient little reference guide right here. Okay, wait. 3011 E. Goth Boulevard. That was blindingly instantaneous. But I guess that's how we travel the map. This trash can is empty. Wait a minute. You've unlocked a new palette. Manful Soul. Hang on, wait. I saw this when I was looking in the menu. If we go into settings, go to palettes. Look at that, we can actually change the color palette of the game. I think I'll keep it on default for now. Honestly, I feel like I'm piloting a drone wearing a human suit. All these people around, and I'm going to force myself to be way more social than I would be. They lead a heated discussion. You can concerning who's going to get real high and who'll just have a can of beer at the upcoming party. You probably mean Matt's place. Oh, are we looking at the trophy cabinet? An award granted to Pablo Ramirez, who has shown tremendous growth, demonstrated an unusual commitment to learning and academics despite various obstacles. Yeah, and so on. An award granted to Tanya Kennedy. She was a classmate for national recognition to academic excellence and achievement in secondary education. I remember her telling me about this. We knew her. Too bad I didn't get to see it back then. An award granted to Martha Jennings as recognition that the aforementioned student has studied and attained proficiency in 2 or more languages by high school graduation. Someday I'll get one too. I just know I have to. Why do girls like Kennedy have it so easy? Or like Martha Jennings? I've heard she's a real airhead outside school, though. Carries a second set of apartment keys in her backpack in case she loses hers. And that's who gets the awards. Honestly, that doesn't sound exactly airheaded, that just sounds like good planning. What is not good planning is you giving me that information, because I have a feeling it might be useful. Okay, who else can we chat with? Also, I noticed pretty impressively, we could actually see reflections in the glass while we were looking in. Jay. You know, I cried today. Oh well. Returning to your old self? I mean, it's fine. I cry all the time, too. No, it's not because of that. I just, you know, I've been meditating for the past couple of months. And today I realized something. Oh yeah? Was it, like, sad? No, I couldn't stop giggling, you know? So, what was it? It's gonna sound dumb, but, like, I know now that all the thoughts you have in your head are really conflicts. Yeah, the inner monologue and so on. It's like thoughts are arguing in you. Yes, but the thing is, this you is really just these arguments. If you look at them, they disappear. And when they disappear, you disappear. You are awfully insightful for a high school student, but I'm kind of digging it. Want to get soda? I think that creep's eavesdropping. Okay, fair. The school's layout is so weird. I keep walking in the same door and ending up in different places. Hang the lampshade there, are we? In fact, I thought I had just talked to... I can't even keep track of what's going on. Have you seen the police outside? What's up with that, I wonder? Okay, here we go. Matt Hurley. Hey, man. Strange seeing you here. Finally decided to catch up on your education? Yeah, kinda. I like how it gives us what we're going to say, so that we can kinda base our answer on that. The hell are you grinning about? Mike's been looking all over for you. You know why? If I were you, I'd stay away from school. I'd watch my back, Will. I'm sure I can handle whatever. That smile was partly so that I would appear kind of above whatever you're trying to pull on me. Let's see our locker. This one seems to be dented up. This locker belongs to Michael Graves. It's locked. This locker belonged to Tanya Kennedy. It's locked. I wonder where the key might be. You guys have keys to your lockers? That would have been so convenient. We had padlocks and they sucked. Have you seen someone put the Data Dog... Wait, have you seen someone put the Data Dog sticker on Matthew's locker? Why do stores still sell this stupid dog merch? Especially after all those extremists started using it. I wonder what those creeps want with the poor kid. Extremists using something called Data Dog. It's supposed to be some kind of dog whistle? That would be funny. Regina Holmes, we actually do recognize your face. Will? Is that you? Hello, everyone. There we go, there's our practice smile. What the hell do you think you're doing here? Says Jimmy Stew. Jimmy, wait. Will, where have you been? Where's Tanya? Without you noticing, your face is stretching into a stupid grin. You know something, don't you? No? No, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Oh, we're fighting ourselves. You made a sad face. Sort of, but an awkward one. That is so cool. We have to fight ourselves. We don't have total control over ourselves. But it makes sense. We struggle in the first place, and now we're trying to suppress emotions on top of that. It looked strange. Yeah, dude, Tanya. Quit screwing around. Do you know something? Will, she's been missing for some time now. Martha said you might know where she is. Oh, so Martha said that, huh? Yeah, dude. And now she's at the principal's, probably telling him the same thing. Right. He wants to see you too, by the way, Will, so we're a prime suspect, and, you know, as an outsider controlling you, I'm not entirely sure that's not the case. Honestly, this all feels like the beginning of Twin Peaks. Well, I'll be on my way then. Your stupid grin is back. Hey, what the hell? We aren't finished with... Will, please wait. You have a new task. Find Martha's classroom. Oh my god, I feel like we're playing as Mark Zuckerberg. We can go a bunch of different ways. Have you seen someone... Oh, it's just you again. Sorry, I have face blindness, I can't tell. Hello, creepy janitor. You've much to teach me. The boiler room is off limits, bud. I'm only joking. Hello, Lila. Did you get his call again? What's it to you, old man? No reason to be so hostile, Lila. You keep calling me Lila. After all, you are the one who came here. It's tricky not to get lost in the boiler rooms. But with years, you start hearing a divine melody. Flutes and trombones and saxes from beyond. It always comes from the place you seek. Listen for it. Just stand beside each door and listen. By the way, what are you planning to do about the lady? The lady that hides in boilers, right? Don't talk of what you know nothing about, you old fool. You managed that expression without my help. Should I be pursuing this right away? Perhaps not. And the one who hides in boilers, it's planting that idea in our head. It's such a dream logic-y concept. It's like, you know, in a dream when you know something scary is going to happen, you even know what it is, but you're powerless to stop it from happening. And all of this so abrupt, just off to the side of being around people. We can go all the way up. There's actually a lot to explore here. Classroom 610. Is that where I want to be? Might as well check inside. Ellie Cooper. Oh, hello? Hey there. Sorry, do we know each other? Wait, weren't you at that party? At Matt's party about a month ago? Yeah, we talked there, remember? She probably means the party at 29271 Fairfax Street. Yeah, that's a normal way to relay that information. But I guess that means we enter it into our address book. You were there, but you don't know who this is. Sure, I remember you. Come on now. Sure. You smiled. Ellie believes you. So maybe failing to put things in order can get us different outcomes. How have you been? Have you heard, by the way? That girl I was with at the party, Tanya Kennedy. Nobody seems to know where she is. Is that so? Uh-huh. I've seen the police car outside, and... It's a secret, but Martha Jennings at the principal's now. What's her classroom number, by the way? Martha's? It's... Wait, why are you asking? She isn't there right now anyway. I just want to go wait for her there. A friendly face can take us a long way. God, I feel like a sociopath, though. This looked really weird. That looked really weird. That's the most normal I've seen you. Ellie looks almost frightened. I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable talking to you. Can you leave, please? Sure. You feel you won't find out where Martha's classroom is. Hint, check the autosave. Wait, you're telling me to save scum this. Huh, a list of face muscles, literally showing us what we can do. I would have liked some more time to actually practice, though. I guess when this doesn't come naturally to us, everything we do is a performance, whether we intend for it to be or not. It's all manipulation. I need to find Martha's classroom before I go on the roof. We can check the autosave in Ellie's classroom. Blah, blah, blah. I don't understand how that looked weird. Maybe neutral is the way to go. Your face remained neutral. Well, yeah, makes sense. It's 4:30. The door near this one, actually. Huh? Are you sure? I think I've definitely tried that one. Heck yeah, I'm sure. Just check the sign near the door. Okay. Yeah, a smile does come off weird. I think it's the fact that I did a smile at all, really. Classroom 430. Quite certain it didn't say that before. You have a new task. Find Martha's apartment keys and address. My shadow splitting from me as I walk into the room. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear at this point that we have nefarious intentions. Oh, there's Martha's keys. A pack of pads. Oh, God, what a violation this is. It says we can do something here, but it's not letting me. Martha Jennings, 12740 Berthwood Street. You have a new task. Talk to Martha on the roof. Okay, however, didn't we also have the ability to get into her locker? Why am I helping you? Okay, none of those lockers were hers, which means we have to get to the roof. And I don't tremendously like where this is going, if I'm being honest. Junk food for breakfast? I wonder if she's insane. Hello, Martha. You look disgusted. Martha looks frightened. Oh, it just made an autosave. What are you doing here, Will? I wanted to talk to you about something, Martha. Have you been to the principal's? No. I know you have. What do you want, Will? I know you were the last person to see Tanya. That's all. Do you think we don't know what was happening between you two? Have you talked to the officers yet? Why do you... answer? And that's our face when communicating that. Yes, I did. But I didn't tell them much yet. I think a certain detective wants to see me tomorrow. Name? Oh my god. I don't know. I can only remember it's Asian. Something like Detective Yu. I'm not sure. My name is Will, but I need to know the name of the detective. Anyways, why do you... It's really not good to spread rumors, Martha. That's a sign of a very, very bad friend. What? What are you talking about? Are you alright? What's going on, William? The crows, I know why you're here. We've been moving her out little by little, haven't we? Well, I'll tell you what's going on, Hey, unkind person. Oh. Hey, Mike. That wasn't supposed to be a smile. Mike can see you're trying to pacify him. He relaxes a bit. Doesn't this just scream relaxed? We gotta talk, man. Well, let's talk then, Mike. Is that why you were looking for me this morning? Where's Tanya? How would I know that, Mike? He made a surprised face. Mike tenses up. Where is my girlfriend? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. Yeah, right. First she gets with you behind my back. Next thing I know, she's missing. A whole week, dude. It just can't be that you don't know. You made a sad face. Mike sees you're frightened. He relaxes a bit. Who are you trying to fool here, bud? We all saw it. Martha saw it, not you. That is not how you respond to press your innocence. I'm not sure why I have to explain this, but if it's her word against yours, I'd rather believe my best friend than a weirdo like you. You're making a mistake, Graves. Look, man, I don't even care by now. Just tell me where she is. I can't. I can't deal with it. I don't even know how to achieve the faces I want. You made a sad face. It didn't look confident. I'm not. What is your problem? You just said she's lying to you. Stop trying to confuse us, man. Really, what are you doing this for? I'm telling you, man, all we want is to find Tanya. I don't even care if you know. I need to know she's okay. I just don't think I trust you, Mike. Let's do the smile. I mean, it's appropriate. If we're gonna be a total piece of crap, why not even just go for that and tell them everything they need to know? Mike is pissed. Are you making fun of me? You think this is funny? Look, you freak. I'm giving you one last chance. If you don't... Your stupid threats don't scare me, bro. You've been rambling about beating me up for the last 5 minutes. But all I see is all bark and no bite. Huh? Oh yeah, punk? Big Graves, why are you listening to him? He's just provoking you. Will, do you want to get hurt? So here's the thing, he should beat the crap out of us. Because the thing is, when it comes to people employing the I'm not touching you maneuver, the response has to be unexpected and devastating. That is how you deal with that. They have decided that they can deal with whatever you're going to dole out in response to this, and so it needs to be much more than they ever expected. It's really funny that I am rooting for my character to get shoved off the roof. Why are you doing this? Because he's just a chicken. He can't even... Do it! Do it! Do it! Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah! You stomped my knee! I'm probably gonna have to load, but that was well deserved. That was very satisfying. Oh. I have to get up. You have a new task. Get to Martha's apartment. Okay, I'm gonna let that ride. I mean, a lot of that was driven by the fact that I just didn't know how to make the face I wanted to make, but honestly, I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna see where this goes. And depending on how it actually stores our autosaves, let's see. It does not keep them all. We should... There's an autosave there, but we're gonna lose it, and we might not be able to go back past that point, so that's gonna be a bit of a turning point. I am, however, going to make a manual save. Everyone's gone, and what is that sound? I don't even care. I'm gonna go see what's going on with the mighty janitor. He's waiting there. Listen for his holler. Just stand beside each door and listen. You have a new task. Find the second caller. The phone they gave you. That's the phrase that I have not been able to stop thinking about. It's loudest beside this door. Look at the shadows creeping across the room. Over here, I can't hear a thing. It is genuinely functioning on dream logic in a moment like this. Everything's so intuitive rather than sensical. We know that this is how it works, and so that's how we have to play it. Of course, I have to wonder, can we even trust that janitor? I'm starting to wonder if that really is the case. Let us straight back out going the same way. No, this time we got a little bit deeper. just scanning these pixels for the one who hides between boilers. The air is so damp. Where's Mom? You've unlocked a new palette, Electrified Meat. What do you mean, where's Mom? It very much feels like we're being dropped in the middle and left to figure it out, even things our character knows. Which is a very strange way of putting it, but I think it's supposed to add to the, intentional sense of discomfort. Continuing still. But then we're back here. This whole place is getting narrower, darker, and starting to fill with steam. Oh my god! Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. We made it. We'll just be called upon to do that sometimes, I guess. Well, there's what happens when we see the one who hides between the boilers. We don't see them. What an effective jump scare, immersing us in this very subtle type of discomfort for all this time. And then all at once, just a loud screaming, in-your-face jump scare, which we have to react to. But it's not out of nowhere. We were told to expect something. It's just, we came to not even believe the game when it told us what was going to happen. I mean, that was very Mulholland Drive right there. A big spiral staircase in what is now an impossibly large high school boiler room. We can speak to the machine. Lila. What a pleasant surprise. Hello, William. Are you sure you don't mean Philip Jeffries? You need to stop calling me on the phone. It's useless. Will, I'll say this once. Your tricks are laughable. And even with her help, you're not getting back. I have something for you. Please, take it. You hear what I said? You have found a wheel. The Wheel of Fortune, X of the Major Arcana. Was that an ending? Hang on. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune, but there are many more branches. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to sit there and interpret that because that was us following music down these dark paths, presumably, I guess in a way, through our own head. We are repeatedly called Lila by the janitor, by this machine. But the machine we refer to as Will, which is our name. I mean, doing other things may reveal more information, but at a glance, maybe we feel that we are a machine, something that can't really connect or be human the way other people can. And Lila is what our concept of a theoretical self would be? Well, I guess that's the entire point of the game, right? To understand who's Lila. Alright, let's go back to after knee. Oh, look at this. No. On a reload, we have the wheel. We also have Martha's keys and an objective. So I guess we're just gonna have to indulge that. Where to next? She lived on Birthwood, right? Here we are. We can sit on the bench for a time. And someone else arrives. Just waiting for someone to open the door and then crawl in behind them. Good evening. Young man, excuse my asking, do you live here? Sure do. Just hold that face. You smiled. You looked confident. Sure do. But, well, that's strange. We're a close community in this condominium, yet I haven't seen you before. Have I? Oh, yes, sir, most definitely. I'm sorry, my boy, it's just that there have been cases of young men trying to deliver drugs here. So let's just call up the concierge and ask him. I have the number right here. What is your last name? You decide to leave before it gets ugly. You feel that you won't get into this condo today. Hint, check the autosave. Okay, so forget sitting on the bench then. I don't know the code for this. There's no way I can open this now. Guess I'll have to wait for somebody to come and let me in. Okay, there's no other way to do it. What if I tried to tug at the heartstrings a little bit, go for sad? You made a sad face. I mean, no. Leave these premises now. You have 5 minutes. Okay. You're lucky I didn't do it from the get-go. Let's try for disgusted. I mean, no, sir. Not really. The lady from room 97 has called for me, so it'll actually change our answer to an extent. I'm a rat exterminator. Tenant still doesn't look convinced. So, apartment 97, you say? Well, how about we call the missus and ask her about it? There's branching paths here. You smiled. You shrug your shoulders. Sure, do that. Do you have her phone? He seems to be taken aback by your eagerness. No. No, I don't. It's alright. I believe you. But I'll be sure to come check on you in half an hour. You hear me? We are a very close community in this condominium. Alright, Daddy Warbucks. Martha does not live in apartment 97. It should be alright. You've just switched palettes on us. That was weird. I think I just broke it by changing the palette. And there it is again. And I think I understand why. We come up here and we shift into predator mode. That's what we are, a predator wearing the face of a human. Look at us staring around in first person. I'll have to wait. Martha's bed. The sheets are unmade. Such a bad girl. Blue Velvet by David Lynch. Okay, wearing our inspirations on our sleeve. The only cool thing in this apartment. Who's there? Will? Almost correct there, Miss Jennings. What are you... A smile would be creepy, but neutral is almost worse. You smiled. Have you come to... Yes, Martha. Yes. We choke our voice out like even that's not really human. I didn't mean literally. Wait. Tanya? Is that you? Huh? Tanya? We seem confused, but we grin in response. Remember this, sweetheart.
The name is Lila.
Suddenly in stunning clarity. And we walk out, no longer in predator mode. I'm gonna have a lot to say about that. I'm really glad we saw that Blue Velvet poster because that felt like it took inspiration from things like Eraserhead and Inland Empire. In that it's doing a lot of playing around with identity and names and screwing with things that we thought we had established. And not to mention being willing to throw in a seemingly out-of-nowhere nightmare face. And in moments like this, it feels more like we're a passenger rather than a player character. It makes us feel so connected in the beginning, and then that diverges quickly and never gets any better. Two officers inspect the trash containers. So they found our first victim, I guess. Hey. Hold it, sir. Wait. Is your name William Clark? Yes, that's me. Hey, Ted. Ted? Yeah? I think we found the kid. William Clark, right? Yeah? That's me. You'll have to come with us, bud. Get in the car, please. Look at that, the camera's even at the same angle that one of those cameras that monitors in an interrogation would be at. Just an empty table. Ready? Hey, Will. I'm Detective Hutchins. We talked a couple hours ago, remember? Now, William, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, okay? Okay. Do you know why you're here? No, I don't. We need surprise. Bewilderment. I cannot wait to see the JCS video on this. You made a surprise face. Your confidence level increased. Alright. Now, you are William Clark, correct? Although I imagine we'd take exception to that assertion. Yes, that is correct. I would remain neutral. Your face remain neutral. You've been read your rights before, right? No, never. You've probably seen it in the movies. He reads you your rights. Oh, forgot to ask you. Do you want water or anything? No thank you, sir. I'm gonna stay neutral for now. Poker face at this moment. Alright. Now, Will, I have a photograph here. Do you know who this is in the photograph? Yes, that's Tanya Kennedy. Let's have a sad look. That may not be good, but she's been missing a week. We would know that. Once again, why am I helping you? He made a sad face. Officer has noticed that. Something wrong, kid? You look frightened. No, it's nothing. I'm not frightened. Alright. What was your relationship with her? We didn't know each other well. Seems like neutral really is the best policy for a lot of this. Your face remained neutral. I see. Could you elaborate? Did you just say hello to each other? Did you talk sometimes? We talked, yeah. What did you talk about? I don't know. Music and stuff. I don't remember, just normal stuff. Do you have any mutual friends? I'm not sure. Well, Martha Jennings is one of my friends. I think she and Tanya were rather close. So Martha Jennings is your friend. Alright. I wonder if they know yet? Probably not. Now, Will, you said before that you weren't too close to Miss Kennedy, correct? Yes? The thing is, we've already talked to some of your friends today. Martha Jennings was one of them. They seem to tell me that you and Tanya have become rather close some time ago. Could you tell me why they told us so? I don't know. Will, we need you to be very genuine. The stakes are high. You see, the real reason we invited you here is because Tanya Kennedy is missing. She's been missing for more than 5 days. She is? We need absolute surprise. You made a surprised face. Yes. I thought you knew that. At least, that's what your friends say. We need to maintain the surprise. You look scared. Why didn't you tell the truth, Will? I don't know. Alright. You know, it's not about us making you a victim, buddy. What we need is to find Tanya. Will you help us? I think you already have. Sure I will. Now, please, tell me about your relationship. How did you two meet? We met at a party, at Matt's place. You tell him how Will met Tanya for the first time. Interesting phrasing. You speak of Will as a third party. So we are essentially, I imagine, playing as Lila, puppeteering Will, or at least that's how we see it. But we are still in your perspective in that wording. I see. So you two liked each other, didn't you? I guess so, yeah. In a romantic way? I'm not sure. Did you have sex? No. Your friends state otherwise. More surprise? I mean, the crazy theatrics here don't seem the way. You made a surprised face. Those are just rumors. I swear we didn't. Well, that is understandable. Don't get all worked up. I know how kids are sometimes. Did you talk after that party? No, we stopped. That's why I didn't know she was missing until now. And why did you stop talking? I don't know, it just kind of happened. Did you two have a fight? No. Why do you think you stopped talking? Well, she must have felt guilty. Why do you think that? You said you didn't have sex. We kissed, but, it was weird. Why? I'm sorry if it sounds strange, it just felt wrong. Like it wasn't really her I was kissing, but I don't know. An effigy of someone else I knew. Maybe a little projection going on here? Or something. That was a surprisingly honest response. I'm not sure I understand what you mean, William. Sorry, it's hard to explain. I'm just trying to figure out the right moves here. So you're saying you didn't talk with Tanya at all after this? Yes, sir. How did your friends react? I'm not really sure, sir. I didn't see them much after that either. You didn't go to school, correct? Yeah. Care to explain why? I don't know, sir. I just, I guess I couldn't bear all the rumors, and... Was it connected to her boyfriend at the time? Mike? Oh, yeah. That's the main reason, really. Were you afraid that he'd do something to you? Yeah. Yes, sir. He's been in trouble for his violent behavior before, so... It seems Officer Hutchins has heard something he was suspecting before. Oh no, and we're gonna have the bruises to prove it. His stare becomes more intense. Did those two have any fights recently? Well, sir, I'm not sure. You've just seen you're out. They did at the party. What happened there? Was it because you kissed? No, even before that. Something happened between them before, no doubt. Can you tell me exactly what you've seen? Oh, of course, sir. We were standing in the corridor with Tanya, looking at a painting. It was Hopper's Cafe, I think. Just the two of you? Yes, sir. Then I heard a door open and Mike came out. He saw us, too. Did he say something to you? Yes, sir. He was very irritated, it seemed. He started yelling at us, too, so I assumed he was a bit drunk. What did he yell exactly? If I remember correctly, he yelled, "What the hell are you two doing here together? Why aren't you paying attention to me? I'm your boyfriend, aren't I?" He was approaching us as he said all that. Tanya said something in return, so they started screaming at each other. Uh-huh. Until he came and shoved Tanya against a wall. I tried to help, but I'm no buff guy. Thankfully, some other guys came when they heard the sound. Like who? Oh, I don't really know their names, unfortunately. One of them was wearing a hoodie. The other one had, dreadlocks. Alright. Were you two left with any injuries? Tanya had a bruise on her ankle, I think. I had this. You showed the officer the bruises you acquired on the roof. Yep, I knew it. It's really interesting because even though we're sort of onto what this game is fairly early, it blindsides us at first, but it becomes pretty clear who we're controlling. Well, I suppose not really, but that's besides the point. Thing is, when we get one of these interactions right, at first I find myself happy that I nailed it, and then I'm thinking, but I'm advancing the antagonist's goals here. These are quite fresh. Yes. As your people were talking to my friends, I was beaten up by Graves. I see. Be sure to mention that to the next detective, alright? These are quite bad. Do you need any medical aid now? No, sir. It's alright. We had a talk with Mr. Graves earlier today. He does seem very eager to put the blame on you, William. Before we continue the interrogation, be sure to remind us to give you a lift home, so that nothing bad happens to you, alright? Yep, you wouldn't want something bad happening to one of your witnesses. Thank you very much, sir. Now, William, I'll leave the room now, and another officer will come talk to you. And for a moment, it was just us. Detective Fisher. Alright, now, I don't have much time. My name's Detective Fisher. Spit it out, kid. You know why you're here, right? This is where the part you won't like begins. I still don't know why I'm here. Nope, we cannot look angry, we must look scared. No, we must remain scared, come on. Come on! Come on, I couldn't do anything about it! Well, I think you do. Let me refresh your memory. Tanya Kennedy. Your former friend. She's missing, alright? Now, we know for sure you have something to do with it. There's no question there. So you better start talking. What should I talk about? Let's try and keep you unscared. If I just hold your lip there. First of all, when did you last see her? I don't remember. Must have been, more than a month ago. More than a month, huh? Save those fairy tales for Ted. When? I told you about a month ago. You need to maintain poker face. And where was that? Well, out near my house. Where? The exact place, please. An abandoned building. It used to be a condominium, I think. Weird place to hang out at, huh? What did you two do here? I don't know. Just hung out and talked. What was your relationship with the girl? Officer Hutchins has asked that already. I see what they're doing here. The first one was the easy one. Now this guy comes in with a different attitude, asking us to reiterate the story, and so the mood is different. We feel like we need to not only give him different answers, but the pressure is also on. Look here, bud. I don't think you get what's happening right now. You're in a police office. I'm interrogating you. You are in big trouble already. So I recommend you just answer my questions and stop screwing around. Do we have an understanding? Yes, sir. So, let me ask you one more time. What was your relationship with Tanya Kennedy? We were friends. You made a sad face. His face changes. So, friends. He seems to be lost in thought. Now, listen carefully. Oh my god. We found a female torso in the trash near your apartment. And that sound washing over us is our realization. What? Yeah, I'm good with that. But no, wait, no! He ignores your reaction. The boys are doing a DNA test right now, but I'm pretty sure we both know who this torso belongs to. Did you do it? I'm just straight up asking you because there is no doubt in my mind about whose work it is. I didn't do it. We need to be surprised. Or maybe angry. Maybe now's the time for anger, but certainly not a smile. No, you can't. What? You smiled. In a good mood, are we? Wake up, kiddo. You're in a police station. People don't come here for nothing. You think we don't know what you did? Prepare to live through all those horror stories you've heard about the police, buddy. Now that we're on the same page, tell me, bud, what's up with all the nonsense about tulpas? Tulpas? I beg your pardon? I can't get surprised to work anymore. You must be thinking, how does he know? Well, there's a paragraph in your diary which mentions that word. Just thought I'd ask you. What is this all about? You've seen my diary? Of course. So, what's a tulpa? Some imaginary friend, right? It's not exactly. What, you're so boring you don't have any real friends? It's not like that. Then what's it like? It's a mystical practice that has a lot of value if you know how to work with it correctly. And how do you work with it? You try to act as though Will actually cared about tulpas. You're trying to throw him off base. So, a tulpa is basically a being or object created through spiritual or mental powers. It's sentient and independent. But it's imaginary nonetheless, right? I mean, considering your own ego is also imaginary, there's basically no difference between it and a tulpa. My ego's imaginary, huh? It only exists momentarily. When you get offended or upset, for example, you're kind of trying to throw it around. Say that every moment where we behave a certain way, when we think we're being ourselves, we're really only acting as essentially a different agent. That there is no consistency. What? If only you knew how unstable your self-image actually is. Even other people's images in your head are more concrete than your own. I don't have time for this mumbo-jumbo. Save those things for you. No, I'm telling you. Did Father Lawrence teach you all this crap? We still haven't learned who this Father Lawrence is. Come on, I told you. We've read your diary. Spill it out, bud. What do you want to know? Who was Lawrence? How were you two connected? Lawrence was a leader of a group called the Lawrence Fraternity. And what were they doing? Some kind of a cult? Is this related to the dog sticker? You could call it that. Sex cult? No. Were you using substances there? No. Your face remained neutral. Liar. What about the mushrooms we found in your apartment? You feel a cold sweat. They're for personal use. I'm not even sure I've seen stuff like that before. Were they glowing green? Because that might have something to do with it. The hell are these? I don't know, I swear. He can't know about Teth mushrooms. We'll come back to that later. Don't think I'll forget about it. So, again, about the fraternity. It seems you were talking about something. It's warm. But aren't you Lila? Tanya Kennedy. Huh? What was that you said? Aren't you Lila? What? If it's a joke, I don't get it. You mentioned her not being herself. Who's Lila? Roll credits. Detective Fisher? I don't believe that, though. Do you, Ted? So, Will, the bruises you showed us earlier, that's Michael Graves who gave it to you? Scratches? How the hell does a guy give another guy nail scratches? I told you, he's wearing rings. He's a rock fan or something. I've noticed an Ozzy Osbourne poster on his locker. Yeah, I remember. You told me that. This seems to correspond with what the others said. Unfortunately, Mr. Graves seems to be a very short-tempered boy. So, William, will you actually be able to testify against Michael in the court of law? I'm sorry, did that go way better than I imagined it going? Absolutely, sir. Come on, Ted, don't tell me. We'll talk later. The interrogation is over for now, William. We'll tell you when you're free to go. There's just a bit of paperwork left. And we got the achievement Sly. And Judgment. XX of the Major Arcana. Thank you for playing. That's an ending! Look, I know we did okay in that interrogation, and we had somebody who, I guess it wasn't a ploy, was seemingly on our side. Getting beat up actually helped us out immensely. But I don't feel good about it. In any case, you would think the forensic evidence would help us out here, right? I guess maybe we made it look like he tried to frame us. In any case, though, that was certainly a very disorienting and at times tense experience. Of course, the interrogation is when it all comes to a head, where we're trying to both play it cool and guess what will get us the best results, even basically just on intuition, because really nothing should help us there in the position we're in, but also we're fighting against ourselves. Sort of? But there's still so much that's left up to interpretation, and I feel like in order to fully understand that, we need to go deeper. We need to see other avenues, other what-ifs for this night. But in any case, it is certainly a unique game, and one that I definitely think, with its gameplay, is able to do things that other games certainly couldn't, even if other things have tried to do so. Look at that, the credits just flickered away. Detective Yu says, "Nice to meet you, Lila." It was a false ending. Wait, maybe in that moment we just believed that we had gotten away with it. I'm Special Agent Yu, FBI. Do we know each other? Oh yes. We most certainly met before. I must have forgotten. What do you want? You see, I've been studying you very intently, Lila. I too have questions I'd like to ask you. What for? At the end of the day, I'd like to find out who you are. You amuse me, Detective. We're speaking with a direct connection for the first time, aren't we? You really are nothing like those fools. You seem to keep your eyes open. Oh, I expect an exquisite feast. Please, ask away. We aren't going to talk here, Lila. In fact, we're not going to talk about Lila at all. We're going to leave her out of it. Hey, if this game's going to indulge, so can I. Meet me at a familiar place. Place you use for saving. We're getting really meta with this. I'll be waiting. Use office. Oh, this is how you do it. This is how you make we as the player an active participant in the story. And look, with the wheel still in our inventory, you found me. Good job. Hello again, Detective. Now, Lila, let me tell you what I've gathered so far. So, as far as I'm aware, you are the one responsible for the deaths of those two girls. Now, Tanya Kennedy was the girl that looked just like you. So, why is that? I guess we may never know, Detective. Well, if that's the game you want to play, let's do it. I'm a sucker for mysteries like yours. Is that so? The ways your story goes doesn't seem to make sense, though. There seems to be no continuity. Half the time I'm not even sure whether it's today, tomorrow, or a month ago. It's delightful to see your optimism, Detective. Oh well. Enough chit-chat. Please, pick a card. Judgment? Or the Wheel of Fortune? Well, we have got the wheel. Who was that? It's William. Didn't you hear us talk? I did, but... So it called you Lila, but you called it William? Well, of course. Film reels that are not needed have to go somewhere. Film reels that are not needed. The wheel. This is where Williams went. I had to pull the same trick on him after what he did in the tower. You mean... I mean the one in the forest. The one with the pit and small projector room, where all previous film reels are lying around. So, you had the reel. What's it for, really? Depends on who's steering. I tend to get rid of them. Will, on the other hand, likes to place them onto the projector again. Peculiar. Please, pick a card. I guess we might as well see Judgment. What a strange outcome that was. I do feel bad about Michael's fate. Yes, Judgment, the card that we unlocked when we got that ending. Which means we can probably ask you about all the others as well. And through this interrogation, this one that's not accusatory, but just, well, genuinely interrogative, this is where we really learn. I do feel bad about Michael's fate. Oh. Do you feel bad about what's going to happen to Graves? I wish I could do something about it. You do have the power to divert the way some events go. You won't lull me into the false sense of safety, Lila. Even if I did that, now I know for sure. In the Garden of Forking Paths, there'll always be the one that leads to Mr. Graves being falsely accused. This card is an objective evidence of that. Not bad, Detective. Many others will try to deceive themselves, thinking that only one of the many paths is real. You're talking about headcanons, or rather, fan continuity deciding, by popularity, which one is the real ending. Yet they all exist simultaneously, intersecting. In a weird way, they seem to dictate each other's logic, too. I'm not sure if I can grasp the picture in its entirety yet, though. Well, Detective Yu, I'm glad you came in because your thoughts mirror mine often. Do you feel that you need to? Oh, yes. Yes, I have to. I don't think I'll be able to find satisfaction until I understand each little thing. I feel it's what I need to do in order to find out who you are, Lila. We'll see about that. We seem to have exhausted the cards to talk about. We can go over them again if you like, but we don't have to. No, I think that's all we need. Just gonna insert this right here to say that this wasn't supposed to be a series, it was supposed to be one video, but it's gone on for much longer than I expected. I'm currently sitting here with like nearly 4 hours of recording and I'm not done yet. So I'm splitting this up and giving this outro here, but there is so much more to learn, and I haven't been this engaged by a game in forever. What's this little widget right here? Wouldn't you like to know? Watch part 2 when it comes out. Or you could subscribe to the Patreon at any tier and see all currently finished episodes right now. But if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.